started so I can answer questions. Remember, final exam is tomorrow for y'all. Okay. Tomorrow is a half day. You get done at 11:20. Make sure that you bring your Chromebook and your charger. If you don't have a Chromebook and you don't have a charger, you are kind of out of luck. Okay, so please make sure that you pack those two things with you as you're coming to school. All right, let's go ahead on number 1. So the answer is 22.4. Is there anybody who needs me to go through that? Okay, so you would take 67 and put it over 1.73 squared. Remember, the bottom is squared. Okay, a lot of us were making that mistake on unit 1. Okay, that would give you 22.4. Okay, questions? Cool. On the next one, the waist to height ratio was 0.51. Does anybody need me to go over that one? Remember, healthy for that one is less than 0.5. So that person is like on the cusp. Yeah. Yep. All right. On number 3, it's 0.50 ounces. Also, a lot of us didn't understand the concept of you can change this from $ to you can say 50 cents. Do you remember that back from first grade? Little C with the line through it. I'm not trying to be funny. Like you did learn it in first grade. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, no? Oh, where are you from? Oh. What do you mean it's messed up? I don't know. All right, Andrea is applying for a mortgage. She makes about $4,200 per month, and the bank estimates her total monthly housing payment to be around $985. Just ignore that comma. It's fine. What is her front end ratio? So mortgage to income ratio to the nearest percent. I got 23%. Run that one. Okay. So she makes 4,200. So that's going to be on the bottom. On the top, that's going to be 985. And the bank estimates her total monthly housing. Yeah. So when you do that, that should give us 23%. 100. Yes. It's going to be a percent. We always multiply by 100. Questions, comments, concerns on those? Okay, dope. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at part 2. Okay, a $45 item is on sale for 15% off. What is the sale price? Okay, so you should have gotten 38.25. Do we need to go through? Yes. Okay, $45 times 15%. Tell me what you get. So 45 times 0.15, what do you get? 6.75. Okay, so since it's 15% off, you're going to take that 45 and subtract 6.75. And that's how we get 38.25. Okay. All right, percent change. If we go from $75 to $90, that's going to be a 20% increase. Remember, that's that new minus old divided by old times 100 formula. Okay, yes, you will be given that on. Does anybody go deer hunting? Yeah? Oh, I didn't think so. I was going to say. Because like most people don't go deer hunting. So the number of deer in a reserve are increasing by 11% each year. There are 250 deer now. How many will there be in 10 years? So the answer to this is 710 deer. Do we know how to get that? Okay, so we started with 250, right? This is going to be this formula. Okay, so we got 250 as our initial. 1 plus what's our rate? 0.11. And we're doing it for 10 years, right? Plug all that junk into our calculator. Good. Bless you. All right, so just as like a little side note, the way I memorize this is if I see a percent, I say that it's increasing and it tells me some years, I'm going to use this formula. If we're talking about population, I'm going to use this formula. So if we're talking about animals, people, cars, and it's saying appreciate, then it would be this. Good. All right, on the next one. Okay, the value of a stock is decreasing by 3% per year. 5 years ago, it was worth $48 per share. What is it worth now? Okay, so how do we do this one? It says depreciate, it's decreasing. So same formula, but minus. Okay, so we're going to say 48 times 1 minus 0.03. We're going to do it for 5 years. I get 41.22. So what you got? Okay, don't disagree with me, check that. Okay, all right, value of the company over time can be modeled by this equation, where T is the time in years and Y is value in millions of dollars. What is the growth rate? So what is our percentage that we're increasing? Remember, here's my formula. So you got this 1 plus R, right? If 1 plus R is equal to this 1.067, what does R equal? Okay, so set 6.7%, right? Goosey. Okay, flip over to the next page. I need you to spend a little bit of time on this page, and majority of you did not even look at this page yet, and that's okay. Okay, so I want you to spend a little bit of time on that one. If you get that done, go ahead and go to the next page, but I'm gonna give you about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna check in with you, okay? Okay, so dude makes 85,000 in taxable income and 14,317 in federal taxes. What is his marginal tax rate? 22%, right? Oh my God. Okay, effective tax rate is where you messed up. A lot of you did. Okay, your answer should have been 16.8. Here's the reason why. You take how much you paid in taxes, and then you divide it by 85,000. Multiply that by 100. Okay, this is where y'all messed up a lot on your test because y'all got effective and marginal mixed up. Marginal is, you're looking at the table, it's what's the percentage in the margins. You know what margins are? It's like the sides. Okay, no, stop it. Okay, effective is actually what happened. Okay, so how much of your income is actually being spent towards your taxes? Dope. Okay. All right, Lucas has been saving for his first house. He has 6,500 in his bank account. He wants to buy a house that costs 280,000. If a typical down payment is 6%, how much more does Lucas need to save? So he should have saved 10,300 more. So I need to go through how to do that. Yes. Okay. So you're gonna take 280,000 and you're gonna multiply it by 6%. Tell me what you get when you get that. 16,000. Okay. So that's how much he has to have saved in total. Now, how much does he have in his account? He's got 6,500. So we're going to subtract that 6,500 from it. And that's where we get the 10,300. Okay. Questions? Okay. On the next part, the graph is shown at the right. What is f of -2? So that means that we're going to look at when x is -2, what's your y? Some of y'all goof this up on your test. This is easy. Don't goof it up. Closed circle is the answer. Closed circle is the answer. Okay. So that's going to be 2. This is going to be -2. It's going to be 2. What you want, Charles? Remember, line is underneath. Close. Yep. Questions? We okay? Don't let these be the ones that you get wrong. Like, these are too easy. Open circle, no bueno. All right, the value of the company is, as a function of time from 0 to 7, by the way, this is your domain, is shown. What is the initial value of the company? So where did it start? 45. Remember, these are going to be multiple choice. These are going to be multiple choice. Okay. Now, what is the maximum value of the company? About 63, 65, whatever you want to say there. Yeah. On what interval is the value of the company negative? This is y'all's hardest question because y'all struggle with negative and positive, right? When is the company in the negative? So when is it below the x-axis? Below the x-axis.
5, 55, and 6 to +8.
So 3 to 5. And then from 6 to actually 7, because we're actually ending. But that's okay. All right. Remember, again, multiple choice question, right? Okay. Now, when is it decreasing? So when is it going down? There's a difference between negative and decreasing. Negative is when it's below the x-axis. Decreasing is going from high to low. Oh, we want to describe that. When it's going down, you want to think about like a roller coaster, right? So from here to here, it's going down. So about 0.7 to about 3.9. I didn't make this graph. I just work here. I just work here. I just work here. You're yelling with your logic. Yes.
What?
It's multiple choice.
Oh, okay.
So like it's no. Okay. All right. So then you've got from 5.6 to 7. Again, I did not make this. I'm not saying that whoever did is bad, but biggest thing is don't put a line underneath. Okay. Increasing and decreasing are not inclusive. You can't be increasing at the top. You can't be decreasing at the bottom.
So, but if we're talking about
Nope, you don't put that on there either.
so you don't have everything on.
No, but remember on your domain and range. Yes. Questions? I think those are the hardest ones because we struggle with that notoriously. Okay, don't let those be the ones that you get wrong though. Andrew takes out a 5-year car loan for $15,000. His monthly payments are $310. How much will he pay in total? Okay, so how do we do this? His monthly payment is $310. He's doing it for 5 years. How many months are there?
What?
What'd you say? 12. Okay, so 310 times 5 times 12, and that's going to give us $18,600. Notice how he only borrowed $15,000, but he's paying $18,300. Okay. How much interest will he pay? The way you find interest is you take your total payment and then you subtract how much you actually borrowed. So total minus how much you borrowed. And that's going to be your interest. And so he'll pay $3,600 in interest. Okay. All right, ready. Number 15. You should have gotten 2,250. Anybody need me to go over? Okay, Noah's paid twice per month. He's paid $54,000 per year. What will be the gross pay on his paycheck to the nearest dollar? So he makes $54,000 in a year. So how much does he make monthly? Math be mathin'. What? Oh, okay. I gotta go walk my pets now. Got it. 4,500. So that's how much he makes monthly. Now he gets paid twice. So divide that by 2 and tell me what you get. Okay, cool. Okay, so you have to like think about it. How much do they make in a year? Then how much do they make in a month? And then how much do they make in a paycheck? Sometimes people are paid every 2 weeks. So boyfriend is paid every 2 weeks. I'm paid once a month. On the first of the month, I get paid. Okay. Some of them have benefits. Like he's let me pause this.
Oh.
We need all types of people in the world. So number 16. I got 1,540. All right. Need me to go over it? Or are you good? Okay. So we make $22 an hour. They're gonna be paid every 2 weeks. We're gonna work 35 hours per week. So we make 22, we multiply by 35, we do it for 2 weeks. How much we gonna make? 1540. Okay, so you gotta read, right? Okay. Lisa calculated that she owes 5,650 in federal taxes after all deductions and credits. Her W-2 states 5,980 was withheld in federal taxes. Will she receive a refund or have to pay the IRS? What'd you come up with? She's gonna get a refund. It's gonna be a tiny refund. It's not even worth getting it back, but it's fine. And how much is it gonna be? 330. Okay. All right, number 18, an electric company charges a base rate of 20 cents per kilowatt hour plus a monthly recurring charge of $8. 1 month the family uses 1,050 kilowatt hours. How much would the total charge be for this month? Yep, $218. Did you get it? Let me go through it. Okay, so take 20 cents times their 1,050 and then add that to the $8. So 0.2 times 1,050 and then add 8. And that's $218. Do y'all leave the lights on in your room when you leave home? Not after this class, right? I say it's fancy. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so the packet that you got on Friday, okay? You should be able to do these problems now. Okay, if you haven't done them, then now's the time to do them. On the first page is just like some vocab that I think is important. I'm gonna try to post an answer key for this. I may or may not get to it today, but I want you to try the rest of these problems. They're kind of worded very similarly to what we just saw. They're just extra practice. I don't want you to get anything less than like an 85 on this final. Okay? If you have an A in this class, you need to get an A on the final in order to keep your A. If you have a 70 or borderline, failing, then you need to be getting like a B on this final to bring it up. Y'all are going to ask me if the final replaces anything, and it replaces, I think it's your lowest test grade.
I love it.
Okay, I think that's what it does. I gotta check and make sure everybody else is doing that. Yes, it will replace lowest test grade. Okay. Actually, let me check with the other people really quick before I say that. But I know it replaces the lowest test.